Hello, beautiful people. Today, I want to talk about something that has a bigger impact in your life than you might think. The words that you use, whether you realize it or not, your languages shape your reality, right? And it changes your life, your goals, or even your relationships. So you got to start by changing the way you speak today. So we're going to dive into some of these common phrases that you need to avoid, what to say and what to say instead. So this will truly empower yourself. So get ready. All right, here we go. So the words that we use are incredibly powerful. They influence not only how we feel about ourselves, but also how others perceive us. If you're constantly using limiting languages like I can't, I'll try, or even the words like maybe, right? You are setting yourself up for failure. So before you even begin, you have set yourself up for failure. These are non-committal words, right? So what you want to do is when you switch up these languages, this reflects confidence and commitment, and everything else changes. So your words, everything starts with your words. So if you're doing this, write down in the comments and make sure that you follow all of these things, because this is something that changed my life when I finally understood this, right? So some of the things that you would talk about, when it comes to non-committal words, right? So let's break down some of those most damaging words that could be holding you back. The number one is try, right? Now, the problem is when you're saying I'll try, you're giving, an easy out. It's non-committal, and it suggests that you're not fully invested in the outcome, right? So, one of the things you just want to replace that word with, it's very simple, is I will. It is firm, it's direct, and it leaves no room for doubt. So let's give an example, right? So instead of saying I will try to make more time, you want to say I will make more time. Just even in that saying, it's just the empowerment. It just oozes through. All right. Another word is can't. Now the problem with that word is saying I can't. It just shuts the door to possibilities and makes you ultimately feel powerless. So instead of using I can't, you want to use I choose not to, or I'm not willing to, which puts the responsibility back onto you, which is so important, because then that way you don't get to play the victim. You get to be responsible. So again, if you guys want to dive deeper into that, there's a video. I'll leave it up here so that you guys can actually learn about responsibility versus victim. So another thing is, and so instead of saying I can't wake up early, like for an example, right? You want to say I am choosing not to wake up early right now. It's giving you all the power back, right? So that makes it so now at least you know that you are ultimately making this decision, but there is other possibility if you choose to, right? Hopefully that makes sense. So another word, right, is maybe, or we'll see. How many times have we heard that one, right? It's like as soon as someone says, "Well, we'll see," you already know they're not going, right? Because it lacks certainty, and it undermines your commitment. Again, these are all just lack of commitment words. You're not really sure. Maybe if something else better comes along, right? You're leaving your options open. So in this case, you want to replace that with strong statements like "I am" or "I will." So instead of, like, example, maybe I'll go for a run, say I'm going for a run. You see the difference, right? And these are very, very important. It might seem very small and little, but this can be life changing, and it's something that has had tremendous impact on me the more that I've learned this. And like some people have their swear jars. Well, I used to have, like, every time I would say can't or try, we would have to put money in that jar. And then once I started changing that language, everything started changing, right? So really quick, I do want to, before let's talk, just before we end this, let's talk about relationships and how those words can also either break or build connections. And one of the phrases that comes up a lot, especially during arguments, is "you always." You always do this, right? So when you say you always do this, it puts the person on the defensive. All their defense walls just immediately go up, and then they stop listening to what you're really saying. And instead of focusing on their defending themselves, right? So just a simple solution, and this is something that I learned, I still practice this all the time, right? Is instead of accusing the person, you want to express how you feel. Yes, that vulnerable word, right? And you want to express how you feel about the situation. And this opens up room for a productive conversation instead of a heated argument. So let's give an example, right? So you're saying you're always ignoring me when I'm trying to talk, so instead of saying that, you want to say, I feel unheard when we're having a conversation. One is really accusatory while the other invites dialogue and understanding. And these are just simple things that you can easily start changing today, and you'll just see the world of a difference, because the minute you can kind of let someone's not have their defense walls up, you're going to have a much more open dialogue when it comes to communicating with your partner, colleague, friend, whatever you want to call it, right? Now, on the flip side, there are words that can empower you and bring about the changes you want to see in your life. Now, these are words you can start using immediately, and I would definitely suggest it. And I'm sure a lot of you guys, if you're writing affirmations, you're already using it. The big one is I am. So replace I am not good at this with I am learning and growing in this area. Okay. Another word, I will. Instead of I hope, I can achieve this, say I will achieve this. That's another example. And then another big one is I choose. So instead of saying I have to do this, say I choose to do this. I get to do this. Right? Because these are now words where it's like you are taking back your power. You are now realizing that everything is optional. It is a choice, and you now don't have to feel limited, and you can now commit to things more. Or if you choose not to, at least it's on you, it's not outside influence, right? And like I said, be sure to watch that video, playing the victim versus being responsible, because it really dives into this a little bit more deeper. So in conclusion, right, the words that you use every day, no matter no matter more, the more you think about it, right, this shapes your reality, and it influences your goals, and it defines your relationships. So start paying attention to the language that you use, replacing limiting words with empowering ones, and you'll be amazed at how much you can actually change your life. And one thing before I wrap up here, I just want to let you guys know that I'm putting together a coaching program. This will be launching at the end of this month, and it is designed to help you guys manifest your desires you've been working on towards, in 4 key areas. I want to focus on finances, relationships, health, and of course, spirituality. So if you're ready to take your life to a next level, keep an eye out for that announcement. And I can't wait to work with you guys. So I will be putting that in the description once I have it. And thank you guys so much again for watching. If this message resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up, like and share, and share it with somebody. If you find this does resonate, don't forget to subscribe. Be sure to hit that notification bell, so that way you get all the content when I do post. And until next time, you guys make it a great day. Take care.